Hey everybody, Tony D with another hot take on what else Antifa in Portland. They have really, man, those guys are nuts. Um, but let me, I've been saying you're gonna go to jail. Let me add a little something to that line. You're gonna go to jail or you're gonna die. Because I believe that even if the Democrats win, it's going to cost them so much to beat Trump. They really lose. They really lose. And one of the things that's going to happen to Antifa, and I know you Antifa idiots aren't going to believe this, but Biden will actually be harder on you than Trump ever will be. Trump will try to arrest you. He's got every reason to. He wants to throw you in jail and trot you in front of the cameras. Biden needs to make you disappear. Biden wants to kill you. Not now. Not now. Now you're useful. But Biden doesn't want a communist insurrection. No. He has to stamp you out almost immediately if he's elected. What he will do is, with the permission of the Portland authorities, the Seattle authorities, all the Democratic governors and city people, he will roll in with the troops. Oh, but see, the troops will be different now because now they're being run by a Democratic president. So they could do no wrong, right? And in fact, you won't know they're doing wrong because their media mavens will suddenly lose interest in the Battle of Portland. They'll suddenly lose interest in what's going on in Seattle. Yes, they'll all go away. Your money, all that little side donations you've been getting, suddenly that'll go away. What happened to all the money we were getting? We were getting donations like crazy. People were buying our Antifa t-shirts like nuts. Now the sales have dropped to almost nothing. Why? It's because they're going to pull the plug on you. They're going to let you flounder for a little while, and then they're going to come in. And I know you guys, you're going to keep pressing Biden. You're going to keep pushing his buttons because you actually think you're close to overthrowing the state. You're not. You're close to ruining Portland, turning it into a third Detroit after Minneapolis. But that's not what's going to happen. Biden will surround the city, he'll send in the troops, and he'll kill all you guys. I mean, kill you. Because then the cuffs will be off. Then the cops and the feds, they'll take their revenge. And they'll have the cover for it. Because the media won't cover it. There'll be a handful of guys on YouTube doing certain things. But guess what? Who controls YouTube? How's YouTube doing with some of these other Antifa guys who are reporting on it? I'll tell you that almost every time I mention Antifa in one of my videos, boom, limited monetization. So I don't think I'm making any money on this video because I mentioned Antifa. I think they're big fans of you for now. But when the Democrats get back in, then they got to help squash you. Squash you. And I mean eliminate you. You're going to be gone like you never even existed. The feds will come down on you. All the media coverage that's called you activists and protester and moms against police brutality, all that'll go away. All of it will go away. And what it will be replaced by is, well, it turns out there was a criminal element in the protest all along, and we're rooting that out. Aren't we wonderful Democrats? Don't believe me? Ask the people of Waco how the Democrats fixed their situation. Yeah, that was Democrats who went in there with the FBI and burned the place to the ground with people in it. That's what's going to happen to you, Antifa. They are going to be much harsher, much worse, because for them, you have to disappear. For the Republicans, they'll fight you all day long. For them, you're like a walking 24/7 advertisement for why you need law and order, why you need Republican police or politicians. and they have more of a respect for the rule of law. Democrats, well, they have a respect for the law up until the law doesn't do what they want. Then it's more important that their feelings be addressed. And then the rationalization begins. And it doesn't matter who you are. They will rationalize you away and then use their power to get you. Who ran the Guantanamo Bay of Chicago? It was a Democrat, Rahm Emanuel, former White House. I guess he was Obama's chief of staff, I think. Yeah. His administration oversaw a place where cops would take suspects and they would just disappear. And their lawyers couldn't find them. Their families couldn't find them for days. Now, no one got killed, but people got roughed up a bit. Yeah, it's a big scandal. But Rahm Emanuel somehow kept his post. Oh, and he put out all sorts of statements about it. Oh, this is terrible. Happened under him. He was the mayor of Chicago at the time. It happened under his watch. He's responsible. Oh, but he's very much against it. That's what's going to happen to you, Antifa. That's the only way this can end for you. So even if you win, you lose. And what do the Democrats win? Well, they get the White House, but they've destroyed almost every one of their media pundits. Almost every one of them has their credibility is just shot to hell. Television is done. The Young Turks, done. You know, they're on YouTube. Me Too. Me Too is being used to go after. They're so desperate to get at Trump. They're going after Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity via some Me Too allegations that sound incredibly flimsy. More flimsy than when they went after Aziz Ansari and James Franco. I mean, literally, Tucker had some woman on his show, and she's alleging that she was tied to a chair because she had a microphone and an earpiece and didn't feel like she could take it off, even though she'd been on TV multiple times. That she needed the crew to do that. And she's alleging that because Tucker put on a leather jacket and said, hey, you know, I got to go back to the city. I got to go by myself because my wife and kids aren't here. That to her was an implication that he wanted to bang her, and then she never came back on a show, and therefore that was sexual harassment. I mean, that's the gist of her complaint. That's pretty damn flimsy. Pretty damn flimsy. I mean, like, I think, you know, the problem with Me Too is the problem with everything the left does. It just goes on and on and on until it's useless. There are no limits. They stretch the words. They call everybody racist till it's meaningless. They call everybody a transphobe till it's meaningless. They call everybody's Me Too meaningless. Their words are meaningless. They don't have any credibility. And now Me Too won't have any credibility with these kinds of allegations. Because the next time somebody has an actual credible allegation against a powerful person, they go, oh yeah, right. Another one of these. It's a disgrace. Some of these people need to be taught. There are limits to what you can do. There are limits in the way you do things. There are limits, Joan. Limits to your barking. So, Antifa. You're not going to win. If Trump gets elected to a second term, and I believe he will not have to worry about being reelected. He will not have to worry about anything. And he will have a mandate because he understands how this game works. You don't. So he's got federal agents in a courthouse under siege day after day by you, Joan, by you woke morons. Those guys eventually are going to cross a line. They've already crossed one line. They actually broke into the courthouse, and the federal agents had to fight them back. It's just a matter of time before one of those woke idiots kills a federal officer. And there goes your peaceful protest meme. It's going to happen. Something bad's going to happen. And it's going to be the fault of not only those protesters, but the mayor and the governor of that state that allowed it to happen. They're suing the feds, saying they don't have jurisdiction on federal property. Joan's very upset by it. Am I going to have to take this again? Oh, there's the cat. Anyhow, I've lost my train of thought now. So I'm going to end the video. Antifa, if Joan has anything to say about it, your days are numbered.